Good afternoon, beautiful people. I'm your host, Phil Dolan, on Spirits and More, and I'm just here to tell you 6 essential alcoholic drinks that you should have in your house that you can find every day for when people come over to your house that you can mix or even put a little Coke in it. First one we're going to start out with is a little bit of gin here. You can find gin anywhere like this. You know, it shouldn't cost more than $20 to $30 for a bottle of gin. This is Bombay Sapphire. This is actually a little different twist on it, with a little Vietnamese flavor from the Far East, they call it. As you can see, I haven't opened that one yet. Bombay gin is very good. Most gins, you can throw anything in there from cheap to expensive. There's Bombays, there's Gordons, all kinds of different gin. I really wouldn't worry about the gin unless you are a gin person. Other than that, just throw any type of gin in there, and as long as you're having fun and drinking. The second one thing I would say is have a bottle of bourbon. Bulleit is a good bourbon. It's not a bad bourbon at all. It mixes very well with any kind of thing you want to throw in there. Coke and bourbon, you can be out in your backyard. You can be listening to the radio as you're in the garage having fun doing something. Or you could just be sitting around the house doing nothing. Or you could just be watching me right now and you have a Coke with some bourbon, Bulleit preferred. If it's not bourbon, it could be anything else. As you can see back here, we got a few little, these are the more expensive, but if you're just getting started, you don't want to go there. You want to just start here, Bulleit, you're fine. After that, I would definitely have some whiskey. Usually I would say go with Old Number 7 from Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels Distillery, the biggest distillery in the world, from Tennessee. But you know what I would say is skip the Old Number 7. I would say just pay a few dollars more, and I would actually say go with the Gentleman Jack here. You're going to get like I said, a slightly higher price range, but you're going to get that much better of a liquor. Gentleman Jack is great when you go to the bar, or Old Number 7 is great when you go to the bar, but it's great to have Gentleman Jack. It just gives a little smoother, a little sexier, a little sweeter. It's not for just, it's a house party and everybody's drinking as much as you could possibly throw back, and let's just finish the bottle of Jack. This one you want to take your time with it a little bit long, instead of 5 minutes, you want to take 8 minutes with this one. But this is a very good whiskey. The next one I would go to is I would go to a rum. You obviously need a rum, and I think some of you that are watching this right now, if anybody's watching it, let's just say, we know where we're going because we have four main ingredients. Fifth ingredient, and when we're mixing a drink, a lot of people call it the Strong Island. As we all know, it's the Long Island, but you can make different variations of drinks with just these 4 right now. This is a rum. If you're into rums, that's great. It's awesome. Myself, there's a pirate rum I like, and it's PY something. But I like it as a rum. I'm not a big rum guy, so once in a while, I like to have a rum and Coke. Some people like to have a rum and Pepsi or a rum and RC Cola, or God knows and who knows what they want to throw in there. To each his own. But I keep this just for my alcoholic friends. Alcoholic friends is when you have something nice and expensive, you give them that back there. But if you know your alcohol, or you don't give them that back there. But if your alcoholic friends are coming over, this is what they're drinking along with the Gentleman and obviously the Bulleit. Another essential liquor you want to have in your house is obviously a vodka. You can pick these vodkas up anywhere. This is a Magnum. This Magnum comes from Costco. I don't think you could just run to the store and buy a Belvedere Magnum. If it did, it would probably cost you somewhere, I'm guessing $80 or $100 somewhere. In some liquor stores, they like to mark stuff up. Just as you can buy this at Costco, but then you can buy it at the store. It's going to cost a lot more, and the Bulleit too. All these alcohols come in different variations and sizes. So you definitely want to have a good vodka. This is a Polish vodka. It's comparable to Grey Goose. And then comparable, you want to say your challengers would be Ciroc. So that's a vodka you would have. I use this for my well drinks. So, if I'm going to have a cranberry and Cape Cod, I'm going to have a cranberry and vodka, or any other type of something I want to mix in there, I would have with a vodka. Or you could even just have vodka straight up, throw some ice in there, make it super cold, and drink some vodka. And last but not least, for your sixth one, I would have a tequila of some sort. This is Cazadores. Cazadores is actually perfect for mixing. A lot of people, they go to the bar and they want to have a Patron. The problem is that's now a premium spirit and you're going to get marked up on. Cazadores is just as good as Patron, if not better. I think when you throw it with a margarita, it is the equivalent. It tastes just as good. And it's actually a lot cheaper, a lot cheaper, could be 10, 15, maybe even 15, 20 bucks sometimes. And depending on where you're going to buy the liquor from what liquor store you're buying the liquor from at the time, that all depends. But I would definitely say Cazadores. You can go with the tequila of your choice, obviously. But, just as we're doing this video, I need to grab a tequila. So this is one of the tequilas that I grabbed. So those are your 5 or 6 essential liquors you should have, spirits you should have in your house. As far as going drinkware, when you want to go drinkware, your rocks glasses or whatever glass you have, you can go with anything you feel like. There's really no, glassware that you shouldn't go with. The way I figured out what I wanted for my glasses, I was at Bevmo. I had Bevmo years ago. I mean, let's just say 10 years ago. And I found these nice little rocks glasses here. You can see it kind of has the cut kind of thing right here. It's very thick, very strong. If I threw this and hit somebody in the head, probably kill them. I just like it. I like it because I can just, hold it like this. I can hold it like this. I also notice with this glass, when I pour something, if you turn it sideways or something, it gives a great color of what liquor I've poured at that time or that moment. As far as sniffing, yeah, you can get that. But I would go with the Glen here. Obviously, it's easier to sniff. This retails for $5 to $7, I think it is, anywhere like that. So I have about 4 of these. They're not that hard to break, so you're not going to not like one of these where it's a lot thinner on the lip and you're going to tap it and bam, it's going to break. This is going to usually hold the test of time. Warning note, children will break this. And then all of a sudden we have the Glen Crane here. Obviously, it's a great glass. You can't go wrong with it. I've got a couple of these, not too many. That's your tip there on that one. And you can see the difference. The density on this one is a lot thicker. This is great. I mean, it's great. Once in a while I'll get in the mood and I'll use this one. If one of my buddies or, a close friend comes over, if there's 2, 3, maybe just 4 of us, once in a while I'll ask them what they want to use. And sometimes more than likely they want to use these. It's something sleek and sexy about this glass. They're nice glasses. And the great thing is you can start finding these on the internet, and you can find them in different colors. So that's actually kind of cool. My third glass, I really like this one right here. It's kind of, as you can see, kind of looks like it's shattered. I don't know how they made that, but as you can see, it looks like it's shattered, but it's not. Down here, when you're feeling it, you can feel the ruffles like it's been shattered. So you feel like it's almost like it's a tape over the top of it. Like if this was shattered and I put tape on it, you can actually feel that. You can't sharpen it. It's not sharp. It's not going to cut you or anything like that. And there's no tape, obviously. It's just great glassware. You probably, I don't know if you can find these again. You probably can, but they're not the same. I got these when Pier 1 Imports was going out of business. I scooped up on 4 of them. They were, at the time, they were 50% off, and I think they were $7 or $8, $9 a pop. It's a really nice glassware. It's thick, strong. I just like them because they're the sifters. Sometimes you get a bourbon, you get a whiskey, and you just kind of want to play with it a little bit, open it up. Same as this one, you want to kind of play with it, open it up a little bit. It swishes around really good. And both of these you can see, even if you can even use this one for wine. You can see the legs really walking around in there. As far as this one, you can't really swish it around. You're not seeing, legs in there. So glasses are for different things. But there's never, if you're just getting started and you're drinking and you have these 6 essential alcohols that you need, there is no wrong glass and there is no right glass. It's not like when you go to the beach and you say, hey, I need a wine glass. And somebody pours you wine in a red cup and it's just fucked up. It ain't working right? You got your wine and you're just like, wine in a red cup. It just doesn't work. Wine with an alcohol in a red cup works. Alcohol in this cup works. Alcohol here, yada, yada, yada. We get the point. But, if we put wine in here, it's not going to work. Or you put wine in here, you get the point. Any glassware you like in your house and what makes you feel comfortable and makes you feel good, that's the glassware you should have. And the great thing about that is, hey, you might have something that some of your friends think is weird. But, especially if you're young and, you get a glass like this and your buddies, you're in college, but you have 3 or 4 of them, and 10 years later, you're married and you have a wife and you still hold on to those glasses. The glass is a big tell in your house. Where that glass has been, what that glass has seen, the story the glass has been through. So, 10 years down the road, you're out of college, you're married, you have a kid or two, you're having a barbecue at the house. This is after COVID, obviously. It's one of your buddies can say, oh, damn, I remember that glass up there. Let me get that one down. And you're like, that's the one you always hated. And and he's got a new girlfriend or a new wife. And, you guys are she hasn't really been to your house. So it's a tale that you guys, this glass will have a story of like when you guys were in college or something like that. So that's just, for a glassware, that's what you get. Other than that, you should have your Jack, you should have your rum, you should have your bourbon, you should have your tequila, obviously, vodka, and your gin. And yeah, don't forget your soda, whatever type of soda you like. If you like Pepsi, I don't know what to tell you. Well, you know the drill. Be safe, the vibe is live, and cheers.